Yeah. What you want the intro to be? All right, you say the intro. Say the intro.
I'm good. You said that's the intro. That's the intro. All right, y'all. That's the intro.
Yeah, the intro. We back. All right, and so this week we got KD Washington. Ain't that your last name, Washington?
Yeah.
All right, I'll make sure. I don't know. I know it's W. So all right. All right. So KD.
His name is not KD.
What's his name?
It's Kadarius.
What you want to go by?
KD.
He go by KD, but you said we have KD Washington. That's not his name.
KD cool, you know.
All right, what you want us to call you?
Yeah.
What you
So
want?
you go by KD.
I go by KD.
But your name is?
It is Kadarius, but whenever I say that, people be butchering it. And I'm like, yeah, bro. Just
Oh,
try,
yeah.
you know.
I get it.
KD.
Do I say it right?
Yeah, you say it right.
Oh.
It's just, I say people names wrong. I be like, dang, they be getting mad. I'm like, you know what? I get mad too. You know,
Well, I know a Kadarius, and then I have a cousin named Darius. So
yeah, that's what a lot of people are like. Oh, I have a cousin. Yeah, they do that to me too. They're like, oh, I have
All right. So we're gonna get started. So Darius is the owner and founder of Vending Essentials. Vending Essentials, vending machine company. So tell us a little bit about what do you do?
Yeah, I do a lot because machines is like a technology. It's like a big old computer, so you know it's not always reliable. Things gonna mess up, and that's just really customer service. Like, hey, when it does mess up, call, text this number. They're gonna hit you back less than 24 hours.
Cool.
You know, I just try to make sure that customer service is there.
So is that your like guarantee by having you as their vending service is by telling them if something goes wrong within 24 hours that you're on it?
Right. I'll let them know. I'll at least acknowledge it in 24 hours. I probably can't rectify the situation, but I always let them know, hey, I will at least respond to you, find a time to meet up with you. Because, you know, people could say things got messed up and, you know, try to get free stuff. So we try to, I was asking, like, did you use cash or use a card? If they use a card, I can see the last four. I could validate it. If they use cash, I asked them what were they trying to get, make sure the numbers add up.
Right.
But most of the time, I can't catch everybody. Sometimes I just have to take that L if it's so. But they see my face so much, they get to know me, and they really get to be like, okay, I'm trying to rip this off. Nice guy, like not actually. And then they find out it's not a big old company. I'm like, yeah, man, it's my family's company. We're a small business, like we're trying to grow it. That makes them like, okay, I'm gonna just let them know when something really does. And so now it kind of went down. Like the calls and stuff, it kind of went down. Or when I go up there, they be like, hey, you don't have to give me none right now. Just letting you know, hey, check this. I say,
cool.
yeah, that's why I built that
really
relationship, that customer service with them. And they be like, okay, this kid, he doing what he doing his thing.
Yeah, that's cool.
And I don't try to let too many people know I own it. I just be like, hey man, I just work for the
Well, I'm sure you have to do it that way just because you don't want people to take advantage of the fact that they know that you own it, right?
Exactly. And they look at people, it's weird. People look at you different when they know you own a business, especially something that they're using. Like, oh, I'm putting my money into this, it's going to you. Like some people salute it, some people got an issue with it, so it's just dealing with it.
So where you from?
I'm from Shreveport. Louisiana.
Shreveport.
Another
one from Shreveport.
Yeah.
And I know I'm from
All these
Shreveport.
Louisiana people.
Yeah.
No, for real. But it's like I'm kind of half and half now because I moved to Texas when I was like 13, 14. So
Yeah.
kind of half and half now, or I guess raised out here, born out there. I would still say it taught me.
So how did you end up in Dallas? DFW.
My mom, well, they say I was getting in a lot of trouble, and they was like, okay, he can't get growing up around here.
You getting
You
in
said
a
they
lot of
say,
trouble.
huh?
Yeah, that's what they. That's
You
like
don't
me and
believe
my
what they
brother.
say?
I don't think I was getting in that much trouble. I have to move away.
Somebody lying on you, right?
Yeah, well, my aunt, especially my aunt, she would tell you all day, oh, he was so bad. I'm like, I don't remember it that badly, but they was like, yeah, my brother was just, we had to get up out of there. Y'all getting to that age, about to be teenagers, y'all can't be growing.
So what age were you when you moved away from Shreveport?
I was 13, going to 14. I just remember I was going to 7th grade. That's all I remember. I was going to 7th grade. Yeah,
I hightailed it out of here.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, dang, bro, I'm really about to grow up. Like you move away from all your friends and, you know, just literally starting all over.
Yeah.
But it was cool because we played basketball. We knew you play basketball, you're going to make friends.
Yeah.
And that's the first thing we did. Came down here, played basketball, dominoes, and ended up being around the same kind of people that were trying to get us away from. It's what do you, I don't get what you like. I remember in Shreveport, I used to have to pee in the cup for dudes. Well, I didn't know what I was doing it for.
Yeah.
Like they were just like the older dudes. So I was hanging around and I was like, hey, bro, pee in this cup. And I was like, all right, cool. And then so I move out here.
Pause.
Yeah, pause.
Yeah, pee in this cup. Yeah, big pause.
Bro, like I'm in elementary school. I'm like, bro, I don't know what you about. They cool. You know, they the cool dudes. So I'm like, shoot.
Yeah.
Shit, what's up? What y'all need me to do? Like, but then I move out here. Dudes need me to do the same thing, but now I know what's going on, so I'm charging for it. You know?
Oh, wait, you stop.
I'm like, all right, bro, give me $25.
So your first business was selling pee.
And it's like dudes is going to, they got probation officers and we in like middle school, high school.
Yeah.
We're like, dude, what are y'all doing out here?
Yeah.
But to me, I'm just like, shit, y'all cool with me? Hey, I ain't tripping. Then I actually started smoking and it was like, all right, y'all, I can't do it no more.
Yeah. Like I'm dirty as
and
y'all.
nowadays, like, who you buying from? It's like, buy from me. I'm like, well, now I'm buying from the dudes. I was, you know, it just is crazy how things just, it's just like what you around. It really just, as long as you continue to be around it, it's just growing more and more.
Yeah.
That's why I learned so young. It's just like, dang, bro, they try to get me away from stuff like this, but like, navigate to the same type of stuff.
Yeah. So did you graduate high school out here? Or?
Yeah, I graduated from Urban High School, actually. Yeah,
okay.
2015.
So you said that they tried to get you away from that. Do you feel like when you moved out here that you kind of strayed to going that route? Because I'm sure there was other options.
I don't even. I think it was other options, I would say, but
so like you were saying, they were trying to get you from that, but you was just destined to.
Just so young.
So back to that bad kid that they say you was.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'll be like, I see it, but then I'll just be like, I don't feel that bad, but
yeah,
I don't know. Adults see things, you know, kids probably don't see at the time. But I get what y'all was trying to do.
Yeah.
I would say it still helped though. It's not as bad out here.
But when you're young, I'm sure you don't actually know until you get older, until you realize, you know, realization came into play and effect on you.
Nah, it really did. No, it really, really did.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for it though. I would say Dallas made a big change. Like seeing downtown Dallas, like, first time, it was kind of real cool. Compared to, you see Shreveport downtown.
Yes.
And then you see Dallas, it's like, oh, yeah,
big city.
Really nice.
Yeah.
All these lights.
Yeah. So, you know, starting out, once you graduated from high school, did you start working while you're in high school? What kind of jobs did you do when you first started?
My first job was Taco Cabana.
Cabana.
I think I was. See, I lied. I told them I was 16, but I wasn't 16 yet. It was like my birthday's in January.
So you've been hustling in the jobs a long time.
A long time, like,
and they don't even really got Mexican restaurants in Shreveport like that.
He's not at all.
Yeah,
I didn't even like work out there. Like,
Ponchos or something in Bossier.
Right. I thought that place Nikki's was a Mexican.
Nikki's, that's what it is. Nikki's. Yeah, Nikki's.
I ever heard of.
I actually know the guy who started it.
Yeah, that's the only Mexican restaurant I ever seen out there.
Yeah, Nikki's. But, and nobody eats Mexican food in Shreveport.
I was 15, but I was about to turn 16. And
so you was in there. Like, you figure, hey, I'm close enough.
Yeah. I was like,
yeah, I'm going to make this work.
Because, you know, they got margaritas in there, and they say you got to be 16 to be able to sell them or something like that.
Okay.
Something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And I was just like, no, I ain't 16 yet, but I'm almost. He was like, oh, well, we already hired you, so you might as well just. I was like, all right, cool. He's like, just be on the register. Like,
so you make a way. If it's a way to be made, you're going to make a way.
Shoes. Might as well. I mean, I was trying to work at whatever, all these other places, and none of them was. I was like, all right, bro, I'm about to try to force somebody to hire.
Somebody.
You know, it's something like.
Okay, y'all need me to be 16. I'm 16.
You know what I'm saying? I'm 16, bro. Like, my mom did it when we went to CC's and stuff. Like, bro, say you 12.
Right.
So you applied that knowledge to get
it. Man, God said get it how you live. You know, you got to do what you got to do. But that was my first job, and I stayed there until I graduated high school. Like, they even let me work overnight, like on weekends or in the summertime. And so I was like, okay, and then it got to a point I had 2 jobs in high school, but it was the summertime. It was Chicken Express and Taco Cabana. Chicken Express in the morning, Taco Cabana overnight.
Mm-hmm.
So you always had the mindset of trying to make some money.
Yeah, I just always wanted stuff. You know?
Yeah.
It's like, I just wanted a lot of stuff. I would ask my mom for it, like, no, I ain't getting it. Well, can't ask my dad for nothing. So it's just like, oh, you ain't got no choice at this point, you know?
Yeah.
Like, so I was just, hey, I ain't never really Yeah, I would say I always spend it on dumb stuff, but I mean,
Well, you
like
was
you know,
young.
exactly. It's like, but I was able to buy my first car too, and that's what I wanted. I was like, man, I want my.
Oh, so you
car.
flipped all that into your first car?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was able to buy my first car. I was like, okay, now my whole high school experience about to be different. Now you got a car in high school, like
Yeah.
you about to have some fun, you know.
Yeah.
My mom would never let me go out, so it's like that's the only reason why I started working overnight. 'Cause I would say I'm working overnight, but I'm not. But it's just like she knew sometimes I really was, because she would pull up there and I would give her free food and stuff. So it's just like she knew some days I would be up there, but she don't know all the days. She didn't know my schedule. It was the way I was able.
So
to
did she
manage.
ever find out when you wasn't?
No, never.
You
found
never got in trouble.
Never at all. Not one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good.
Maybe she knew and she just said she gonna let you go ahead and
She
get away.
may have. I don't know. She may have. She never say nothing, because I ended up telling her about it after I graduated. I started telling her about all the things I got away with. And
So did you have any plans coming out of high school? Like, did you have like a plan for yourself?
I
or-
wanted to go to the military, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, but they say
You
I
not
had
seem
asthma.
remotely military.
Nah, yeah.
That might have been a good call.
I didn't wanna go
You
to
were
college.
not gonna make it.
The asthma saved you.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, no, I don't know
They
about
told me,
you.
like, yeah, you just got to do a minimum 4 years. You get all these benefits. You get this, and that. I was like, oh,
Yeah,
4
you gonna be
years? I was like,
hustling
oh,
the
that's
side.
it, boy. I was like, but then, yeah, I tried signing up and everything. They was like, you have any health?
Oh, you went all the way through signing up.
I was
and everything?
trying, yeah. Well, yeah, they came to my school and stuff, and so I was doing all that. They was like, "Oh, you got asthma." Nah, I don't think they're gonna. I was like, I guess I gotta go, because I was like, bro, I cannot stay at home. Like, if I stay at home, it's gonna be crazy. So I was like, I had to go away to school, but I didn't want to get in so much debt, and so I was like, bro, is there a community college with dorms? Like, that's the only thing I googled, and I found one. I was like, all right, bro, I'm gonna apply to this. And then it was like an hour away from Shreveport, in Mount Pleasant. Like,
Mount Pleasant.
Wow.
yeah, it's like right there, like in between Shreveport and Dallas.
Oh, really? Oh, in Mount Pleasant. Okay, yeah, I know.
So I
Mount
ended up
Pleasant.
going there, had dorms. I was like, okay, yeah, cool. I'm about to just go to school. And I'm going for business.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to school for business.
Yeah.
And that's why I was like, all right, I'm gonna go to college. And since I can't go to the military, that was my first option. And so yeah, I went to college. Did good first year, but then my brother called me at the end of my semester, like, hey, I just got an apartment. Come stay with me. I was like, shit. Say no more. I don't want to stay. I was like, I never wanted to go away to school. I
So
wanted
you did
to go,
one
but-
semester?
Yeah, I did one semester. Well, then I came to Irving and I stayed going to school, but I was just staying with my brother in an apartment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so, but I still ain't never finished the
School just
community
wasn't for you.
college.
You didn't like school.
I did. It was actually I actually liked school. It was actually a pretty cool thing to go through and experience, but I just stopped because, like, I had a business professor that, like, the accounting professor, he was cool. Like, I would meet all of them after classes, because I would try to, like, pick their brain type thing. And I asked him, I was like, man, how many businesses have you had and stuff like that? He said he ain't never had none. He said, I just work here, bro. I was like, damn, I don't want to go here no more. Like, that was my last, because I was going to quit right there, but then I was like, man, let me just finish the semester. I already paid for it, because I'm paying out of pocket because I failed, lost my FAFSA.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, damn, I'm paying for this, and this dude ain't never even.
And he ain't did no business.
You know, and I was just
I'm
like,
He
selling
trying to teach
PI.
you about business and
Right.
he had
I'm
never.
selling pee, and he don't know.
Right.
Yeah, he ain't.
you know what I'm saying? I was like, bro, like, so that's why I was just like, I got to figure something else out.
Yeah.
And that's when I started doing like DoorDash and all those ration. Before those things got big, I started doing those little
Early
things
on.
like that. And then I ran to somebody. I joined the MLM company, and that honestly changed a lot for me, because it just surrounded me around people that just wanted you to win.
Hey guys, it's your girl LQ. Guess what season it is? It is Scorpio season, and guess what? The whole month of November, we are running a huge deal, and it's for the insurance boot camp, and we're doing a deal for $500. Yeah, you heard me right, $500 to come through the insurance boot camp and get your insurance license. This might have been something you always wanted to do, and you didn't have an opportunity, or you had a hard time passing your test. Come see your girl. But don't take my word for it. Check out some of our people who's already came through the boot camp.
I came down to get my insurance license. It has been a wonderful experience.
Y'all get to come down here and get trained at LQ Financial. I'm glad I got my life insurance license.
I encourage you all to do it. Jump.
Check the link below. The code is Scorpio. Right now, go to lqfinancialacademy.com. Only until the end of November. Again, only till the end of November.
What MLM company did you start with?
Shit. What is It's like it was something in Dallas. It was like
What were y'all selling?
life insurance. Yeah.
Oh, life insurance.
Yeah, it was one of them companies.
Okay.
And that's why. And it was, I don't know. It's just being around those type of people. I was like, I've never been around nobody like this. And me, I'm just like, man, what are black people? And then I got around them. I saw them, and then it was just the same way. And I was just like, black man. Like I'm just like, I'm looking at a black man. He's dressing, dressed real nice. I'm in there, jeans and a little polo t-shirt. Just smell like weed, afro and shit. And he just welcoming me. I was like, okay, I like this energy. Y'all
So do you
cool.
feel like when you seen the black man with the suit that it motivated you for your future, for what you kind of wanted to do?
Yeah, I would say so. I was like, because I always wanted that type of image for myself. I was just like business. I was like, okay, he's in business. Like, but I don't know what kind of business. My first time inside of here, but I was like, okay, he look like a businessman. Everybody in here look like a business person.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, this type of people, I feel like I need to be around. Been around so many other different type of people. Like this is the first time I actually type.
Yeah.
And I started talking to them. They telling me about wife, kids. They got houses.
Yeah.
Different businesses outside of this one. And I was just like, how are you able to have so many different businesses? No, because I'm just like, the only person I know that have a business is my cousin, Zach. Like, he's the only person I know in my family that has a business. Then I found out my granddad has rent houses, but they don't run it as a business. It's just like he run it as in it's something he had to do back then. You don't really look at it like LLC and all the extra stuff.
He just had the house and was renting them out.
Right. It's like, because that's something that they had to do. Like now it's kind of like we want to do. Well, we have to do it too still, but we have that mindset like we have to do it for the future.
More from a business standpoint.
Right.
Hey.
That's why I was just like, my cousin's the only one I know with a business. But that's why I was like being around these dudes, they black also, and they have families, they got houses, they got cars. I'm seeing their cars outside because I'm pulling up in mine. I'm like, dang, bro, y'all I don't think I should be parking over here type thing. That's why I was like, it just made me think a little differently.
Yeah, so being around people who were kind of doing something that you inspired to do.
Exactly, right.
Kind of inspired
you. Even their life, it's like, cause everybody, I would say everybody, but most people want that family, house, cars, that lifestyle, It's just like actually seeing that is different. And then knowing that they doing what I want to do, it's like, okay.
Yeah. So now you're back in Dallas. You came back to Dallas. You done went to school for a semester. You figured it wasn't for you. Came back to Dallas, finished up. And then what do you do next? Did you start working again? Well, outside of, I know you did the MLM, but after the MLM, what did you do?
Yeah, I only stopped the MLM because I landed my first location with the vending machine. I was like, okay, that's why I stopped doing it. Because I was doing that, going to work, and still driving for Uber. I was doing like Uber, DoorDash. There was a couple of them.
So you just getting it.
I had no choice. I was like, bro, I got to figure something out. Like, something's going to come eventually. And then doing the MLM, it's funny. I was literally going everywhere, just being friendly with people, like how they was doing to me. And then one dude, it was a little kid. He was still in high school, and he was working at Chick-fil-A. Mm-hmm. And he was just like, man, every time you come in here, you giving me some positive words. Can we get together on the side and talk and get to know each other? Something like that. I thought it was weird, but he had a business. It was really weird, but he had a business too. He was in esports. And,
oh, really? Playing video games professionally?
Yeah, he was creating a team and trying to, it was just asking me about business stuff. And I was just like, he was looking at me for guidance. And I was like, bruh, honestly, I was only being nice to you because I was trying to see if, wanted the life insurance policy or your family or something like that. And that's what I was telling them. And then he was just like, and then he was saying like, okay, I'll let them know, you're real cool. Like, I'm gonna let them know, like, try to help you out, stuff like that. Yeah. And I would meet up with him like once a week. Like, we would set up a time once a week. We would meet up with each other to tell me what he done this week. I tell him what I did this week. And then we was just, I would say like a month. Like, we met at the library, at the Chick-fil-A I met him at. We were just meeting up at places just randomly. And then one day we were just sitting and talking, and I was just like, man, I wanna have a vending machine one day. I was just telling him like just venting, just like, man, I wanna do this, I wanna do that. And he was like, man, this dude at my church been trying to sell me a vending machine for the longest. And I keep telling him I don't have nothing to do with it. I don't know what to do with that. And I was just like, how much is it? He's like, it's like $100. Shit, all right. I'll go
Yeah.
make it today. Tell them I'll meet y'all tomorrow. So
Yeah.
I did DoorDash. I made $100 in the day.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, I'm not.
So you
going.
didn't have the money when you agreed to the deal.
I mean, I did have it, but I was.
But
just
you
like,
wanted to get.
Yeah, I was like, man, I can make that in the day.
Yeah, let me go get it.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Instead of just going to my account.
Yeah.
Like, so I knocked it out in the day. I was like, bro, I'm not going home until I make $100.
Yeah.
Made it. Went the next morning. Called my cousin Zach. I was like, hey, I need your truck. Like, and so that's why I went, picked it up. My mom had a garage at the time. That's the only reason why I got it. Cause like, my mom got a garage. I was like, instead of paying the storage, I was paying my mom $20 a month just to keep it there. Like that ain't nothing to me. I was like,
all because you had it was nice to somebody.
Because I was nice to somebody, you know.
They held a cool conversation.
Just networking. Yeah, just networking.
Networking.
Dude.
Yeah.
Like, I was just like,
has networking been a big part of your success, or?
I would say so. Yeah, I would say it really has. Especially now at this point. And now I'm just like. Now I have a lot of people in my network. If I want to start something else, or if I need help with something, or if I want to get a product or something, I got somebody there. Like, cause I always think about when I pay for something, where's that dollar going to? You know, that's why I like going to Trader's Village. Like, cause I'm like, I know that dollar's going to that person's family. If I go to the store, it's going to the corporation.
Yeah.
So that's how I be trying to think about it. Like somebody selling plates, I'd be like, bro, I go spend $10 at Burger King, or not Burger King, just as an example.
Yeah.
But that's why I'll go buy a plate from somebody, you know, whatever.
So in your MLM journey, you meet a guy nice to him,
right?
Trying to sell him some insurance. You're really trying to run a little hustle.
I really was.
Like
that time I learned, like, it's good to, you know.
It's good to me, but you were networking. You were learning the importance of networking.
Right, exactly. Right.
But you may not even realize that what you were doing at the time.
Exactly. I wouldn't even realize that's what I was doing.
Yeah.
Thinking, I'm thinking long term, this nigga, he'll let me, you know, they'll get something from me, but it's just like not even knowing this. Bigger play.
It's a bigger play in there. Yeah. So always keep your eye out for the bigger play because you never know where it's coming from.
Exactly. And being nice to people, giving, because like I was doing DoorDash stuff, I was giving, you know, only homeless black people, I would get them like a little $1 or something like that. You know, now with the vending machines, if I have expired stuff, I get a black homeless some chips or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's what like I always try to keep that thing going.
Still giving back.
Exactly. You know, as much as I can at least.
Yeah.
So you got your first machine.
Right.
You had your first machine.
These two.
And you have no clue what to do, what's going on.
At all.
All you know is I got the machine.
All I know is I got the machine. I don't know how to work it. Don't even know if it worked. He just had it plugged in. I felt that it got cold, and I was like, okay, that's all that matters to me. Everything else.
Yeah. So it was a drink machine?
It was a drink and a snack machine.
Oh, drink and a snack machine.
Yeah, 2 machines for $100 flat.
Oh, you got a good deal.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, bro.
If you bought that machine today, would it still be a good deal for $100? How much do vending machines normally cost?
I would say it's 3 tiers of it. Top tier, straight from the manufacturer.
Yeah.
Looking at a good $7 to $10 grand. Warehouses where they refurbish it, you're looking at a good $3 to $5.
Yeah.
Between that. Marketplace, on a good one from $1,000 to, I would say, $3,000.
So you still won. You got enough for $100.
$100, yeah. $100. And I still have this. I don't have the snack machine, but I know where it is. I gave it to my best friend, and he put it in his. Well, he paid me for it. He paid me for the machine, and he put it in his stepdad's auto shop. He has a mechanic shop, and so I still see that. I still go over there to use it every now and then. I'm like, damn, this is really my first machine. So yeah. So I still have that one around. I can still touch it, but
cool. Yeah. So how did you go about getting like your first location? So you got the machine. Right. Where did you put it?
Exactly. So that part, that's what I had to Google and YouTube everything. I was like, bro, I don't know anybody in the machine company. Like I looked on Twitter, and then that's when I was able to find some people, but they all across the world. So it's like, I don't really want to just DM people, ask them. Well, no, I actually did some of them. Some people responded. They was helpful. Then I found a warehouse it was like in Fort Worth at the time. It's just funny. It's the same white dude today. I met him because when I was playing with the machines, I was playing with everything. I looked up everything online, and something didn't work. And I was like, dang, where can I get a replacement for this? And I found a warehouse, went up there and talked to him. And I went in there. It was like just machines everywhere. I was like, God dang, boy, y'all just doing this. And then he was the one that gave me all the game. When I met him, he was just like, because I was showing him my proposal. I was showing him everything. I was like,
So you had written up a proposal and everything.
Yeah, I had written a proposal on a piece. It was on a piece of paper, printed it, and I just folded it. It was a little pamphlet like that.
Yeah, we talked about that before. Writing it down is important.
Right, and that's what I did. I wrote down how I wanted it. I even looked up some example ones online of other companies, and I was like, okay, they are big companies, and I kept putting that in. That was a roadblock. I was like, these are big companies. Me, like, I have to sell myself. That's why I was pushing on myself, and I was just like, or they just act like I'm a big company, then let them just not know I'm the owner. That's why I was like, that's what it came to me. I was like, if they know it's just me, it's like, hey, can I put a machine in here? Like, no, like, you gotta really learn how to talk to these people and let them know, like, hey, man, we've been doing this for a couple of years. Yeah, man, we've been in Dallas for the last 50 years. You know, you want a machine in here?
Yeah.
You know, like,
you going to make a way.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm figuring it out. You going to make a way. Yeah.
It's like, bro, like.
It's just like, see, you need a company been here 50 years? Cool, we've been here 50 years.
Right. It's like, yeah, man, we handle it in Plano, Fort Worth, like, just naming places. Like, they not asking, like, oh, what place can I call them for a reference?
That was your
like,
marketing strategy.
Yeah.
That was my marketing strategy. I was like, hey, man, I got to let these people know I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like, even though I don't know, but I was like, I can learn as I'm going. Like,
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna figure it out.
No, but
because you're hard in the right place, and if you
Exactly.
if you intend on doing good business from the beginning,
exactly, you intend on it.
that matters. Now,
Push
if you-
through,
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But yeah, so I walked in. It's like I was working in Louisville, and I had like a 45-minute lunch break, and I was like, all right, at this time I'm just driving around these places, see what's around here, go in and talk to people. It was a hotel, it was a motel. I say motel. It's like it's a stink inside of there, like it's terrible. But like they smoking weed literally in the room. Like the police roam around there so much, but I was just like, I'm from Freeport. I don't care. Like, I ain't worried about that. Like, and I'm like, bro, I'm strapped. I ain't worried about nothing, you know?
Yeah.
And so I walk up in there. I'm like, hey, yeah, I'm with a vending machine company. We're trying to see if y'all like a machine. It's like, yeah, we was actually thinking about getting some on the 3rd floor. And I was like, hey, I'm your guy. Like, whatever you need. Like, and then he was like, yeah, give me your business card. I was like, I got a pamphlet. And I gave him the pamphlet. And then he was just like, okay, I'll get in touch with you. I'll say like a couple of days go by. I was like, damn, bro, this nigga not gonna. But so I just went back up there. I was like, bro, I'm gonna keep going up there.
Yeah.
And then he was like, hey, yeah, I remember. And then we would just keep talking every single time. And then he was like, hey, just give me your number. I'm gonna call you. I was like, all right. They'll never call me. But so I just like, bro, I'm just gonna keep walking back because he already told me we looking to get one.
Yeah.
And I was like, see, he didn't say no. I was like, he didn't say no. I'm gonna keep bothering his ass.
And you was consistent.
I was consistent with it. I was like, bro, all right, I would give it. I was like, I gave it every other day. I was like, I'm not gonna go every day. I'm gonna go every other day.
Yeah.
And I would go at different times. So I was like, I'm gonna go before work. I'm gonna go in the middle of work. I'm gonna go after. Try to find and let him know, or leave a message with the staff. Like, yeah, let him know I came up here. We talked already. He already, I just got to figure out what kind of machine he want and stuff like that. So now I'm at the same time, I still have to go to the machines, make sure everything's working. So I'm like, because when I get it in here, I was like, bro, I can't have no issues. Like I'm trying to be a perfectionist. I'm like, bro, this is my first one.
Yeah.
I want this thing to work. But then, so I would say it took like a month following up, me going back and forth.
Going back and forth with
and then
it.
he was finally just like, okay, yeah, go ahead and do it. I was like, all right, bet. I'll have it this day at this time. It sucks because I had to call movers, like mover companies, like just call.
Where were you storing it at during all this time?
In my mom's garage. Yeah, It was all in my mom's garage. That's why I was like, luckily she had that garage because I know them storage fees probably would have. Yeah, I probably because I only gave her. I told her I'd pay her monthly, but I only paid her like $20 like a couple times.
Yeah.
The month was in there. The machines was in there for like 6 months.
Yeah.
They were just in there, and I was just trying to find places. So I would say it took me.
So it took you 6 months to find your first location.
I would say it took me 6 months.
And you were consistent and didn't give up during that time.
But I didn't. That's the thing. I wasn't even cold calling. I was strictly just going inside a place.
Oh, so you were going. So you were walking in then.
Yeah. At that time, I just had a stack of pamphlets or like I would look up like wash. Like I remember it was a laundromat that just opened up. I would look for like new, just not open signs. I would just leave them over there.
Oh, okay.
And that's why I would Google like newly open businesses in the area.
Gotcha.
And then they would all say, yeah, this place is opening on this month. On this
Did you
day.
feel like giving up during that time?
I did. I really did. But I was just like, I ain't got shit else going. So I was just like, until something else come along, I'm going to just have to focus on
Were you working at all during this time frame?
Yeah, still working.
You're still working?
I was working during the day. It was like 6 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Yeah.
So I was working that shift at that time. And then once I finally, so we landed it. what was that, October? It's actually, yeah. So next month will be 4 years. So it'll be October. It was like October 17th. Yeah. And then we landed it. I found movers. They taxed the hell out of me because they were just like, vending machine. Bro, we ain't never moved a vending machine.
So you call it just a regular moving company?
Yeah, Google mover companies. I was just calling everybody, not knowing there's people that strictly.
But you figuring it out.
Exactly.
Yeah, you figuring it out.
Yeah. Especially the white dude I was talking to was like, man, we could have moved it for you. I was like, I don't know why I didn't think of that. Like, you got all these machines, you have to move it some way, somehow. I'm not thinking of that. But I had to get some movers. I had no card readers. It was just all cash machines. Yeah. Put them up in there. And I was like, all right, cool. I ain't going to come back till next week to check up on it. Yeah. My ass went back the next day because it's right next to my job. So I'm just like,
okay.
I'm about to go up in this hole every day, make sure see what's going on. Like,
something going to shake up.
Like on lunch breaks, I'm driving up over there. I'm looking at it because it's a motel. Like, it's not locked. Like, anybody can literally just walk up in there. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's one of those. But, and then I found out people been breaking into it. They found a way. The things was loose. Like, you could just hit it like a couple times to lock and it'll pop out. And they was just opening it, taking stuff out, closing it up. Like, nothing happened.
Putting it all nice and neat back.
All right, yeah. And that's why I was just
So you got your location, you got your machine, and that got it moved in there. They tax you on the move. And then you getting stuck.
Already getting messed up, bro. Like,
so how long did it take you to figure that out? How long did it take?
I would say a good month because the dude inside of there, he told me, that's what our customer service come in at. He was like, hey, bro, that machine be popping open and a lot of people be taking stuff out of it. I was like, what you talking about? He showed me like if you do this. I was like, bro, I appreciate it. I gave him some free stuff too.
Again, like, hey, customer service being cool with nice to people.
You know what I'm saying? They know how you is. It's like, I ain't gonna let this dude keep getting robbed like that. It's like, and that's why I was just like, hey, I can't. It's funny because I was just like, bro, I've been sitting here coming up here every day. Not know it because I'm pulling money out because like I'm literally taking the money every time I come up in there. I was like, damn, bro, they made like $3. Damn, they made $6. This, that.
When you was probably making 20 and 30.
Exactly. Don't even know it. I'm over here happy about that. Exactly.
And they were stealing the product.
And they were taking the product. That's what I was counting everything. I wasn't even counting everything. I was just like, shit up in there. I look at the receipt. I'm like, okay, I spent this much.
Yeah. So you weren't counting everything, and then you was just putting it in there, filling up the machine.
Filling it up to the T, too. And
they getting all kinds.
I'm like, okay, this whole movement. I was like, not putting two and two together, like, product plus the money that you're pulling out is not adding up, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not thinking that. I'm just thinking like, oh yeah, this whole going good already. Like, but once he told me that, I went to the warehouse dude, and he was like, oh yeah, that thing happens a lot when it gets old. You just need a new one. And then he gave me a new one, and I was like, bro, how am I supposed to put this on there? Like, because the way it is weird. It's like you gotta attach it, you gotta take it off, and then put it back.
So now you gotta fix it.
Exactly. And I'm just like, but he's like here, I got one over here. And then, cause he asked me like, what's the model and stuff. And I would tell him, he's like, oh yeah, I got one over here. Let me show you. And then he told me like, take a video. So then when you get to the machine, you know exactly what to do. Like, damn, you smart. So I was over here videoing him doing everything. I was like, oh, that's all you got to do. And then, so I did it on that one. And then years later, I'm doing it again on another machine.
Did he just take a liking to you when you first met him?
I would say so. Yeah. I was so young. I would say at the time I was like 21. Yeah. But yeah, he was really liking to me. I even asked him, I was like, bro, you ain't got no kids in here helping you? Because he old. That's why I was just like, bro, like, but he told me like, nah, none of my kids don't want nothing to do with vending machines. I was like, hey, well, whenever you get ready to get rid of your stuff, let me know.
Yeah.
That's what I told him when I first met him. I still tell him that to today. Like,
y'all still do business today?
Still do business with him today.
That's
like,
good.
I actually just hit him up. I was supposed to go see him this morning, but I woke up. Yeah, I gotta go over there. He's still helping me out with parts. He still give me some for free. Some he charged me for.
That's cool. Cool.
Some stuff he do be giving me for free.
So relationships matter.
I would say relationships really matter in business. That really does matter. I would say in the long run, that really does matter because. Even if I want to get out of vending or do something, because he even told me, like he would tell me like his real estate stuff. Like he would say like, yeah, I live in my warehouse. I was like, why the hell would you live in a warehouse? I was like, wait, own the warehouse? You own it? He's like, yeah, I built it up from the ground. I was like, yeah, bro, what the hell? Like, but that's why like now I'm around these type of people.
It makes sense, from
you know
here.
What I'm saying? That's why I'm just like, damn, bro, okay, I want to keep working with you just off of our relationship.
I'm Michelle Stroud. I'm from Louisville, Kentucky, born and raised.
Tell everybody how to pronounce it first.
You gotta say Louisville. You cannot say Louisville. It's got to be Louisville, Louisville, or Louisville, somewhere in there.
Okay, somewhere in there. Okay.
I'm an account executive. I've been doing that about 7 years, so I love my clients and they love me. I came down to get my insurance license. It has been a wonderful experience. I appreciate the LQ Financial Group of guiding me and leading me in this process. I encourage you all to do it. Jump. I've been thinking about it for like 3 months now. Finally, I just said, I need to stop playing and come do it. So this will be a great addition for me.
Well, we appreciate you coming down and enjoying this hot Texas weather.
Yes.
And good luck on all your future ventures.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you all for everything.
So how did you go about getting your next location after the first location? How did you go? You fix that machine? I take it you get the part, you go fix that machine.
Right.
How did you go about getting your next location?
From the dude at the warehouse.
From the dude at the warehouse.
Yeah. And he got me, I would say,
At one time?
No, not at one time, just over time.
Okay, well, I mean, your second hit.
The second one, yeah. The second one, it was from him. He was just like, buy these machines from me. You can have this location with it. And then I found out it was a guy that was originally in there, but he was taking his machine out because he said it didn't make enough for him.
Mm.
And that's when I was just like, okay, damn, do I wanted them? But then I got in there, it was making decent money for me. And I was just like, oh shit, I'll keep this hoe. Like, but that's what made me think like what works for other people may not work for you, what works for you may not work for people.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what made me think like, okay, I could sell this one day if I, start expanding it. Like, okay, this is for somebody else now.
Yeah. But at the time, it was.
At the time, I was loving that place. Like, that was I thought it was making more than the hotel, but it wasn't. But it was just, and it was like a warehouse. That's what everybody want. Warehouses, vending machines. And it was cool. It was actually really nice. They weren't 24/7 or nothing, but, they had those closed times. That's why I now don't like. I'm like, over time.
Yeah.
It's good. Sell it, get it now. Make your money back, sell it later.
So you was full scale vending mogul then. You got 2 machines.
Right. No, it's 4 machines.
Oh, well, you got 4 machines.
Yeah.
Okay, 4 machines, 2 locations. 3 at one at the other one.
No, 2. Yeah, 2 at one, 2 at the other. 2.
Okay, 2 and 2. Okay.
The hotel ain't got extra machines at this time right now.
Okay.
It's only got just my 2. There's another company in there too. There was another company in there, and then my 2 on the 3rd floor.
Okay.
Yeah. So I got from that one then to that warehouse. Then from there, he found me another one. He was like, buy these machines. You can have this location.
All based on your relationship with him.
Exactly. And he know I'm coming with the money because he know I'm making money now. Because I'm get to talking to him, telling him about my hotel. And then he's just like, okay. And then he put in my head, he's like, you could actually finance these machines from us. Like, you don't have to pay it all up front. Like, you could just.
So he offered even finance. Yeah.
Exactly. And I was like, and so in my head, I put together like, okay, you're giving me the machines and you're giving me the location. So it's going to be producing money and you pay you monthly for it. I was like, okay, I'll just pay you monthly from the money you make from the machine. Like, that's what I'm thinking. I was like, okay, I ain't got to come out no money. So it feel like it's free, but it's like you're just putting in some work. Really. Your labor is the payment, basically. And it was making way over the money, the amount he told me to pay him every month. And I was like, I'm still working my job. I was put some of that money towards the payment if I needed to. That's what I'm thinking. I was like, bro, my bills is cheap. I was like, I could use my work money to pay for this if I need to. Like if the location was up to par like that. But I did like 2 locations like that. And I was like, okay, I like this, financing things that bring you money. That's what put in my head. Like, bro, I would never want to finance nothing else that don't make me no money. Don't make me no money. I'm pay for it in cash. Just put me on the payment plan. That should have paid.
So fast forwarding, how many vending machines have you owned at one time?
I would say at once it went all the way up to 20 machines. So it was like 20 machines, like 8 locations. All together like 20 machines. And that's why I was literally at a machine every other day. But that's when I switched. I learned how to get my own location. When he stopped giving me locations like that. He stopped giving me that deal. You buy a machine, you have this location. And I realized he stopped because I was like, all right. Because I've been saying no to some of them. And then I was like, damn, I probably said no to too many. And he was just like, all right, he found somebody else out about him.
That would take him.
And I was like, damn, well, I can't let him stop me from eating. Like, I got to be able to find a way. So I was just like, bro, how can I find locations?
Yeah.
So I went on Twitter. I was like, and I just searched vending machines. I tried to just find all the dudes that are in vending machine business.
Yeah.
And I tried to follow them, message them.
Yeah.
And then one dude, it wasn't a message. He was just tweeting randomly. And he was just like cold calling. Like cold calling will defeat anything. Like he was just talking about cold calling.
So up to this point, you hadn't cold called anybody. When you were looking for locations, you were going by there.
Right, just walking up in there, just handing things out. But yeah, he was just so adamant on cold calling. I was like,
explain what cold calling is for people not familiar.
So, yeah,
Tell what cold calling is.
Cold calling I wasn't familiar with it either, but it's basically where you're calling places and providing your services or asking them like, or you don't know this place is like you got a list of numbers and you just boom call. They say yay, nay, or maybe cross it off, call the next.
Yeah,
going down the line.
You just call
down the line,
just out of the blue.
So where'd you get your cold call list from? Like, was it phone book? Like, what did you do?
Actually from the guy on Twitter. He was selling lists. He was like
hey,
he
was selling a list of people.
Well, yeah, a list of companies to call, and he was just like, hey, tell me your zip code, and I'll create a list for you, and you could go call them. He was charging like $25 for it.
Oh, wow.
And so I was like, oh shit, hell yeah. And he's in the vending machine business, and he's the same guy that's talking about cold calling.
Yeah.
And so that's why.
So you figure he knows.
Yeah, I'm thinking. I was like, I'm gonna take a risk on this. I was like, let me see, like, cause I was like, I got what's that? 2, 4. I'm at like 6 machines at the time, so I'm bringing in some money. So I was like, okay, let me go ahead and see what I could do with this cold calling thing. And so I bought the list. I would say it's like 100, 200 list of companies all around Dallas. And I was like, all right, fuck it, I'm about to just get. And that's why I switched my schedule to overnight. So now I'm working overnight. I get off at 8 a.m.
But you're still working during this whole time.
Working there this whole time.
Yeah.
And that's why I was like, 8 a.m. is easier because as soon as I get off, I go handle machines. I like handling machines first thing in the morning before people are there, before people wake up. I'm in and out. You know? But then also, I know the people that make those decisions, if you could have a vending machine in a place, they're working from 9 to 5. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I can't be at work from 9 to 5. That has to be my window.
You gotta have your availability to get
to get to the machine,
to get to the machines and to talk to the main important people that's gonna make that decision. They got to see my face, is what I'm thinking. Like, they got to see my face. I could cold call all day, but I still want to be able to walk in. So now I'm doing both, cold calling and I'm walking in. Mm-hmm. But I would say once I started cold call, like they gave me a script and everything. I didn't like it, but I'm working in customer service, so I'm using my job script when I'm calling these places. I'm just mixing some things around, like the verbiage that they use. I was like, bro, I'm just taking a shit. I don't even care. Now I'm calling them like I feel like I'm at work. Now when I was at work, I'm saying my company name, and so I'm like, wait, no, I'm at work now. Yeah. But that was a little challenge.
So instead of your company name, now you're saying Vending.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Like I'm getting mixed up. Yeah. But I would say after a while, I started really mastering it. I was like, okay, and then I started doing things differently. I was like, okay, I'm gonna call one time, get the person's name, and then be like, okay, thank you, and then hang up. And the next day, I'm gonna call and ask for that person by their name and be like I already talked to them, like we already know each other. You know,
once again, you figuring it out.
Because when I was making the calls and I would ask to like speak to like the manager or something, I would say it like that, like can I speak to the manager, the person in charge, and they'll be like, who are you? Where are you calling from? What do you want? You know, things like that. But then when I was like, hey, is George available? Can I speak to George?
Yeah. So you call one day and say, hey, who's the manager up there or something like that.
Right.
And then the next day you call back, let me talk to George.
Exactly. Yeah. And I would write down right next to the number. I was like, okay, George is this person's name. This is John. This is Casey.
So now you're figuring out a process.
Exactly. As I'm going through
it. As you're going through it, figuring it out.
Right. Not knowing I'm the same person last week that said, hey, is a supervisor available?
Yeah.
Or I'm the same person next week. Like, hey, is George available? You know, so So that's when I was like, I'm learning as I go. I was like, okay,
you making your own warm introduction. You turn a cold call into a warm introduction.
Exactly.
To make them feel like they knew who was already had a prior relationship with them.
Exactly. It's like, oh, he knows them, so let me just transfer the call over there. And I started giving my full name now. I was like, hey, yeah, this is Kadarius Washington. I'm calling to speak to George. Is he available? You know, instead.
Oh, you put your good voice on.
You know what I'm
Look
saying?
at you sound off.
And then, because I feel like my name, when you hear my name, it sounds like, I don't know, it sounds like a professional name or like a business-like name. So I'd be like, yeah, my name is.
Yeah, you
is
put a
this
little
person
extra
available?
on it.
Yeah, and I was like now it's like a whole, like, I feel like I want to get to a point I want to give my script to somebody and see if they could do it for me. Because I feel like it's just, I don't know. I bagged a lot of locations just off of this little thing I'm doing. And so I was like, okay, this works. Like I'm seeing like, okay, this works. Like it's crazy. I really thought of this just improvising, going along the way. And now it's just like, damn, bro, this is golden now. To really just convince somebody like, hey, you sold yourself. Like basically like you're always selling. So it's just like you really sold yourself. Like, bro, let me in your spot. Like, and they would ask questions. I'm answering confidently. Even back then, I would answer confident because I would practice. So I would practice it at home. I was like, okay, they asked me this, boom, should be able to just say it. Like if I have to wait and think about it, they're gonna catch me. Like you don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
But it's like, but if I'm able to answer the question or laugh, like, oh, that happens all the time. For that, we do this.
Yeah.
So it's like now, it's just like, okay, did it 10,000 times. Now it's just like, okay, bro,
Got it down.
This is.
So you developing your processes and you didn't even realize it. You kind of
Didn't even right.
Yeah, you learning and develop your
learning as I go
at the same time.
Is that SOP? Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm literally learning my own SOP. It's like, okay, they like when I say this. Like even at the end of the call, even if they tell me they already got a machine or they're not interested, I say, okay, well, thank you for your time. You have a great rest of your day.
Yeah.
I did that one time and the lady literally called me back and said, hey, send me your information. All because she told me no. And I was like, okay, well, thank you for your time anyway. Have a great rest of your day. And then she called me back and like, hey, you know what? Send me your information. I think we can find some space for it.
Oh, that's
That
cool.
literally- exactly. That's why I was like, bro, that's when I was like, okay, I'm doing that at the end of every call. Like, just in case they were like, you know what? Go ahead. You know, you sound real nice. Like,
yeah.
That's why the customer service, the way
Being
I talk
nice
to
gets you a
people,
long way.
Get you a long way. I promise you. That's why I don't be really tripping with bad things happening. I'd be like, so much good happening.
Hey, this is Doug Johnston with Artistic Visuals at LQ Financial Group. You're probably one of the number one startup production companies in the DFW area. Got to work with global stars Erykah Badu,
Real shy, hey, diggy.
David O. Executive produced a show recently with Boosie for the Boosie Gone Bad.
It's what the world been waiting on. I'm finna change the game. I got my own platform. It's going down.
So with all that said, you know, LQ and her organization have helped us grow as a small company, you know, with our taxes or any type of business mentorship and helping the growth in the DFW area. So if you're a small company or a mid-sized company, even a large company, but you guys need direction, the LQ Financial Group.
So while you growing the business, what are some of the obstacles that you did run into, like the problems outside? I know you mentioned that you had some service issues with the machines.
Service issues, stuff getting stuck inside the machine, thing that takes the money having issues, either it's not accepting the money.
Like the card reader or I
didn't get to the card reader.
The dollar thing.
Right. Yeah, I'm still all cash on there.
Oh, you still all cash?
I ain't even convert the card readers yet.
Yeah.
But like, or the coins wouldn't come back out, or like $2, I know it's $1.50, you put in $2, you don't get your 50 cents back. Like people were get mad over that. You know? Like, I understand, but it's just like, damn, bro. But that's one of the issues. But then I had to learn how can I minimize these as much as possible. Like,
are you learning how to fix the machine?
Right, yeah, learn how to fix
as you're going.
Mm-hmm. Still going to the same dude, taking videos, and then going to the machine and be like, okay, this is how he did it. I'm just imitating it on the video. But yeah, and then the theft, still dealing with that, but found a solution, putting locks on it, drilling. I was like, bro, I ain't never drilled through metal before, but, but they got things strictly for it. And I was like, okay, I ain't know that. Now I'm learning tools and shit, and like, it's weird. But I learned a lot of different skills. Like now I got a backpack, a tool backpack. I take it everywhere. Cause you never know somebody gonna call me and be like, hey, bro, team messing. I gotta just get and go type thing.
Yeah.
But other than that,
And how long have you been doing it right around now? A couple of years?
Nah, this is the first year.
For all this is in the first year.
Yeah, I got like 6 machines in 1 year. Yeah,
In the first year, you had 6 machines.
Yeah. I was getting it all in 1 year. After that 1 year, that's when I was like, okay, let me go ahead and try to get some card readers.
Yeah.
And that was just like, I knew card readers was gonna be different because it's automatic payment to your bank account. Yeah. And they always telling me like, bro, they gonna be questioning you. Where is this coming from? Like, how are you getting it ain't no W-2. It ain't no, what is this coming from? And that's why I was like, all right, I'm gonna have to learn about how to pay some taxes and stuff.
Gotcha. So you need a card reader. And why did you want to get a card reader on your machine?
So many customers telling me, hey, bro, we need a card reader. Like, man, I don't keep cash no more. Yeah. Like, you're going to make more money if you get a card reader. And then
so you listening to your customers.
Listen to the customers, yeah. They telling me over and over. And I was like, bro, I will, but I don't know. It's a lot I got to get into. I got to get the LLC. I got to do this. Yeah. Not knowing I didn't need to at the time. I'm thinking I need an LLC, but it's like, bro, you literally just need to go get get a DBA. It's like, bro, it's only like $40. Like, and that's why I was like, okay, get a DBA, get a sales and use permit, which is free. It's like, I was like, oh, see, I'm hindering myself thinking is the guy to do all this when it's not even that much. Like, they just say you just need a business bank account. Because that's why I was like, bro, why didn't I just call the card reader people? They would have just told me everything I needed to know. I'm over here making it harder on myself because I think I know already. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I was like, bro, just call them and see. And that's what I did. I was like, yeah, so our readers is this much. It costs this much a month. We prefer it to be a business bank account, tax purposes, but if it's your personal, you can still use it, but that's on you. Come about it.
So is the company registered like LLC wise or anything right now? It's not. You just running the company. You got shirts printed up and everything.
No, I ain't get a shirt yet. No, I ain't get a shirt yet. I was just wearing a black t-shirt. Keeping it just a solid color.
Yeah, gotcha.
I ain't have none.
So you just winging it.
I didn't even have a dolly. I was using the hotel's little carrier thing to load everything up.
Yeah. But that didn't stop you. You didn't let not having everything in place stop you from starting
at all.
Which is a big thing.
Like, it was one time though, the elevators in the hotel didn't work, and I'm on the 3rd floor. And I'm just like, bro, if I don't refill this machine, I'm not gonna make no money. So I'm taking cases of cans, drinks up 3 flights of stairs just to get it up there. I'm just like, hey, bro, like, the machines is empty. It's on 0. Like, I was like, all right, bro. If I'm gonna go up here, I'm gonna take all these hoes at one time. Like,
well, you got to work out with it at the same time, so benefit it.
Exactly. But it was, you get up there, just be like, ooh, all right, bro, chill. But I would say that's the only issues. I had no dolly. I was still using my car, putting everything in the car, taking it out the car. Like, they still ask me, like, bro, you ain't got a van? I'm like, bro, I wrecked the van. They don't let me drive it no more. They gave me. They asked me to the day.
You had a whole story.
I promise I come with something on the top of the head. I was like,
so you getting card readers now. You're trying to expand your business. So now you got 6 machines. You've been doing it a year. All your customers saying, "Hey, we need card readers. We all can. Nobody cares cash. Blah blah blah."
Right.
So you see an opportunity. So you have no clue about card readers, and you call around. You get on the phone with the company.
Right. Yeah. So I get it set up. They tell me everything I need, documents, legal things I need to get, and I was like, well, that's when I turned to my cousin Zach. I was like, damn, cuz they want me to do all this tax stuff. Because he already interested in the vending machine. So me and him, we always talking. I was like, damn, because I don't know what the hell to do. Like, I want to get these card readers, but I ain't trying to be paying no taxes and nothing like that.
Yeah.
He would just tell me, like you want to be in business and stuff you got to deal with.
Yeah.
But
because he's already running his own stuff.
Exactly. He already running his. And so I'm just telling him things he already dealt with. He's just like, bro, just go talk to somebody.
So it sounds like he was a big influence on.
I would say he was. It's funny. He would say I influenced him, but he was actually a big influence on me, and it was really funny.
And so for everybody who doesn't know who Zach is Z.
Yeah.
Z, which is our videographer. He does all of our content stuff.
My god brother.
Yeah. So Z is, and that's actually how we initially met KD.
Right. That's when he brought me to y'all, because I was telling him.
Yeah.
He was like, hey, well, Well, actually, he been trying to get me to come to y'all for a while.
Yeah.
He used to tell me like, bro, just sit in there and just listen to what we talk about.
Yeah.
And I was just like, all right, one day. Cause I ain't never met y'all before. Now I met him. I'm
Yeah.
like, bro, I know you.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I know this who you was talking about.
Yeah.
And I found out.
So you know me from just talking crazy. You ain't know like, oh,
Yeah,
he
I know.
business
Yeah,
stuff.
right. I know.
You
I
know
think I
me
did
from
like
just-
music and everything, but I
Yeah.
didn't know it was on this level. I thought y'all just did music together.
Yeah,
That's why I was like, oh, shit, okay, I'll work with
Yeah.
y'all. I don't care. Like that's what made me just like, I was like, oh, that's him. I was like, oh yeah, I definitely work with
yeah.
y'all. I don't care.
Yeah.
And that's when LQ was telling me everything I'll have to set up and do. I was like, all right, let's do it. Like, 'cause I was like, I got money coming in, my bills ain't out the window, and then I got roommates and stuff. So it's just like I'm really able to
Let me legitimize this thing now.
exactly, at this point, because I'm seeing what it could do, and I knowing me, I've been trying to get into real estate for the longest. Like even before I started business, like I was applying for homes, and they would.
So that was kind of like your long term.
Right. My long term was like, bro, I want to get a house. Like that was always my long term. But then I was just like, dang, business is kind of cool though. Like,
Yeah.
I was
So
like,
you thinking long term, like I might be able to turn this into
you know what I'm saying? And that's why I was just like, okay, you could keep trying to get a house or just buckle down and focus on business. Like keep getting these apartments and just focus on this business right quick.
Yeah.
This thing is working. Like I got to a point it was making more than my job.
Yeah.
And that's why I was like, okay, this can actually lead something.
Yeah, actually.
Like, let me put this money. Because I was like, bro, this is the most money I've ever seen in my life. Like,
Yeah.
coming in consistently.
Yeah.
And I was like, I cannot mess it up. I can't go blow it on nothing.
Yeah.
I literally have to go put in some stocks and something. Like, I have to do something. And that's why I was like, okay, let me invest in some credit. Let me buy some more machines. Let me fix up the machines.
Yeah.
Minimize it. Get some grants. Get some loans. And that's what I was trying to think. I was like, you could really do it. Them podcasts really be a hit up. Like, really,
like, yeah, I can be
but when
somebody.
you're really doing it, and then you listen to people that's doing it, it's just like it's a little different. Like, okay, you on the same path these same people was in like a couple years ago. Like they was literally in your shoes.
Yeah,
you could get to that spot in a couple years.
And that's one of the reasons we do this, so people can see. Because when it's not close to you, it seems so far.
Exactly.
Like Bill Gates and Elon Musk, all those, it just seems so far away from where the average person is. But when you talk to somebody who looks like you, they sound like you, they from where you from, and they doing what you want to do, you're like, man, I think I can do this too. And it kind of gives you that little bit of push to be able to do something.
That's why I always talk about environment. Like, that environment is really, because now I'm around more people that's in vending machines. Or I inspire more people to get into vending machines. Yeah, it's like, okay, that's pretty cool. I'm able to be in a pioneer for some shit or something like that. You know, it's like,
because you end up from growing your own business, you start helping other people get in.
Exactly.
And Zach was one of your one of the person you ended up.
The first one.
Talk about that. How you end up kind of getting him to get in the vending machine.
It's funny because when I was in the MLM selling life insurance, he told me like I would get a policy from you, but I want to make sure you know what you're talking about before I put my money into it. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay, I respect that. That's real. Like, and then I ended up getting vending machines, and then I was like, yeah, cuz fuck all that. We ain't worried about the life insurance. I was like, cuz if I master this, cuz you have to get one of these hoes.
Yeah.
And he was watching me for a year. It wasn't even that long. I wouldn't even say a whole year. I would say like 8-10 months. And he ended up like the warehouse dude. He was trying to sell it to me, and I was just like, I want to, but it was a little high. But I was like, and I told him, I was like, my cousin interested. Like, can I tell him about it? Like, I would ask him because I didn't know if he was giving me a price just for me.
Yeah.
And so I was like, and he was like, yeah, go ahead. We're trying to get rid of it. All right, cool. Cousin. He went up there, talked to dude face to face. I don't know what they was saying, but I don't know. It worked out. He
worked his own little mojo.
Right. I don't know the money.
So Z was your at this point. So now it's you running your company, and you got Z kind of as your protege.
Right.
So you teaching him everything that you done learn.
Right.
Did you see that kind of you being able to give him some pointers and kind of shortcut what you didn't know, that you didn't learn? Did you see how it helped him or affected him?
A lot of times. Yeah, I would say a lot of times.
He didn't have to learn all this stuff because you already knew it.
Exactly. Or like when he first started, I would literally go with him for every restock and show him like, okay, go start from back to front. You know, sure you're not missing a spot. Or I would tell them like, oh, this happened. Oh, that happened to me. Look, this is all you got to do. Boom.
Yeah.
It's all good. So yeah, I would say, or I would have him come with me to my machines and help me restock too, and I'll show him the differences and be like, hey, so you load these drinks like this, like, and you load it this way, so it drops.
Yeah.
It won't get stuck. It's different things like that.
That you done learn.
Yeah, exactly. Or like reading the manuals, and like if you read the manual, they'll tell you from the Rudy to the Tootie everything about this machine.
And you end up growing that part of your business into its own little thing.
Exactly.
So now you help people set up their own vending machine.
Yeah, now I'm helping. Yeah.
You'll help them get the machines, the location.
Right. Help them get the machine. I'll even go to Sam's with them and,
show them how to.
Yeah, like, bro,
Purchase
get these products. Right. I'm like, look at these 1 ounces. You don't want 1 ounce. These are little ass bags. These are the big boxes. You need these big ones. I'll be like, these ain't going to fit. You got to take the spiral out, turn it a certain way, put it back in so it's halfway out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, different things like that, just teaching them everything I know. I will even print out a manual for them. Like, this is the manual for your type of machine. Like, look at this if you need anything.
So do you create SOPs for people starting a business on how to operate their business?
Oh, yes. So, I would say, I would tell them, like, having a number on the machine. Like, hey, I would tell them, like, get a text-free number. Don't get these people your real number. I messed up with that. It's things like that, like, bro, because they will call you and text you. So get a little text-free number. It's free. It's on the app store. It's like, put that number on the machine. So if there is
so when you are helping them set up, you are giving them kind of everything
Right.
Kind of giving
them a guideline.
Yeah, giving them a guideline. Right. And just basically tell them all the basic stuff, to keep everything afloat and keep it going. Because you may not be able to get out there every day because, people still work at the same time that I'm helping out. They work these regular jobs. So I always tell them, like, bro, want to do it? Because my cousin Zach did that. He was just like, man, if I get a machine, I don't want no issues. Like, I'm pay top dollar for a machine. I don't want no issues.
Yeah, he'd rather pay more for a machine versus fee. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That's what I'll be telling people. Like, bro, if you ain't, it's your first time. You ain't really got that much time to be handling everything. I would suggest you pay some quality money on a quality machine.
So it's worth it in the long run because you have to deal with less issues.
Exactly.
So it's value in paying more money or paying and getting something right versus kind of squeaking.
Right. Depending on your lifestyle, I would say like I would say like me now, I could buy a crappy machine, and fix it up or have the time to really spend. But other people, they got family, got kids, they trying to do this, they still want an investment, but they ain't trying to put that much work into it. Like, all right, bro, spend some money on a good quality machine. Don't have issues like I'm having to come up here every other day because I can, I don't mind it, but like your lifestyle don't fit that. You might have to rethink something how you want. Yeah. Because I don't want you to spend all this money on the machine, even though it's not that much as you could have spent on a better machine, but on a crappy one, now they kicking you out. You ain't been there that long. The service was trash. So that's why I try to tell people, like, you get a good deal on Facebook Marketplace, but you get what you pay for.
Right.
But if you get something with some warranty or, because like the warehouse dudes, it's their machines, so they know it. They know what they're selling you. And so I say, hey, this machine that I just got from you a month ago is doing this. They'll say, what's the model? Okay, come up here, get this part. You need. Something like that. You know? Like, they'll give me parts for free. If I have to pay for it, it don't be that much. But if it is, I'll be like, come on, bro.
You right.
I'll be shopping with you. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
But other than that, that's why we telling people, like, man, go to a warehouse, man. Just find a trusted warehouse. Test the machine out before you buy them. Then, because they be,
and these are vending warehouses that specialize in vending machines.
Specialize in just fixing them and selling them.
Fixing
and selling them. That's what, like, I would rather spend more money to get some, you can sleep at night. Yeah, you don't have to sleep at night. You can sleep at night.
Yeah.
You can sleep at night, not worrying.
Not worry about the machine.
Damn, man, I just bought this. Because you still gonna be spending money, so it's like, just spend a little extra for something just quality.
To avoid the extra money you're gonna have to spend to fix it, but it's just got quality one.
Money and time. It's like, bro, you do this to try to save on time. Like, if you put a little bit more money, you can save a little bit more time. Unless you're willing to put in the time and work. Like me, go off on, go crazy.
That sweat equity.
That sweat equity. Exactly. Like, put a little sweat equity in. That's all. I'm young, shit. I thought that shit, but it's older dudes like 30 plus, kids and shit. I'm like, bro.
And of course, you experience too, so I'm sure that plays a factor. So where you're willing to work on something, to put the extra time in. Somebody else may not. And like you said, you do probably have other people that's older who don't have that. So of course, with you giving them that advice on getting something of quality that's may cost a little bit more, I think that's great.
Exactly. Cause I'll be trying to look out for people at the same time. This has always been me. I guess just, there's something in me. I always want to look out for people. It's just like, bro, all these might be for you, but I'm always trying. I would never talk anybody out of doing anything. I just like, bro, just really think about it. Does this make sense?
Right.
Like you work Monday through Friday and the location is closed on weekends. I don't think you should try to get this location. Things like that.
Yeah.
Unless you got a partner that could help you out. All right. That's just a headache.
Right.
Yeah. So fast forward a little bit, few years in, you at your peak as far as location count, like location and machine count. You say you end up getting 20 machines or so?
Right. I'm at 20. That's my max.
When you at your peak. Once you hit your peak, you have been doing it a while. How long did it take you kind of to get at your peak machine count?
I would say it took me 2.5 years.
2.5 years of nonstop.
Really, nonstop, working overnights and working on them in the morning, cold calling still in the morning.
Yeah, and you're still working through this whole time.
Still working it's 10-hour shifts 4 days a week, so I got 3 off days, and those days I go hard. But I try to that's why I was like, I worked on weekends too, because I was like, those people that make those decisions, they don't work on weekends. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna work my job on weekends.
Yeah.
So I was like, my 3 days off, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, going hard on cold calling.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm handling my machines on days I work. So it's like, that's how I try to balance it. So I was like, 9 to 5, I'm doing nothing but making calls until 5 o'clock. From there, I need to handle machines, I will kick it. I just go kick it.
So did you start thinking about kind of your next moves then, like an exit plan, or what you going?
Yeah.
Once you get to the max, did you ever have a goal like in mind of, hey, I want 50 machines, 100, 10, 20? Did you ever have a goal, or were you just trying to grow it as?
I had more of a number goal for it. I think I wanted $5,000 a month. Off of vending machines.
Yeah.
But then I learned like, okay, half pay tax. I want to be able to pay myself $5,000. That's why I was like, it changed to like, okay, I don't care how much my business makes. I want to know how much my business can pay me. Yeah. The other part is like,
so this whole time you had not been paying yourself out of that business?
Not at all. Yeah,
you just
paying myself
taking the money and putting it back in the business
and putting it right back in. Cause I was like, my job pays for everything. Well, it would buy me some now and then. Other than that,
so you like to indulge a little bit, huh?
Yeah. I would. That would probably be the only thing I probably would.
So is that considered your, I guess, good time of everything that you do with business? Your free
That's your
time.
joke.
That's your good time.
You like to partake.
Yeah. That's my relaxation and the way I just think and just brainstorm more ideas. Just like, okay, what else can I do after this? Or while this is going, it's like, okay, this is on autopilot now. Let me go ahead and try to figure something else out.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I would say picking at it a little bit, taking something out. But yeah, I would never just strictly like pay myself. I was like, I don't need to.
Yeah.
Have it just
because everything was kind of on autopilot.
Yeah, everything was. Yeah, it was moving smooth at the time. Like especially that's what like having the roommate that actually made it was a big help.
So you had a room. So that was your limit. You had a roommate.
Yeah, I was
during this time. Were you still living with your brother or?
No, I had my best friend. Me and my best friend.
Okay.
We was in like 5 apartments together. And I think I started on like the second one.
So you were keeping your expenses low.
So it was low, like crazy. Yeah. And I think, and honestly, my expenses being so low is what made me like, okay, let me finance machines. I'm not going to buy no machine outright no more. I'm just going to finance all of them. So I'm just like, it makes more sense to me that way.
Yeah, leveraging.
Yeah, just leveraging it. Yeah, and then they're not. You looking at my credit is just really what's they call it, pay to own or something like that. Like you just direct the owner, you just paying it, no credit.
Pay as you go.
Yeah, pay as you go type thing.
Buy here, pay here, like car lot. So if you're getting an asset, you're getting something that's
exactly you're getting something that's making. And I know I know the location is gonna be in. It's like now I can assess them better. Like I was getting full size machines for a location that needed a combo. So that's another thing I had to learn going away, like asking the right questions. Where's this be at? Open for me to move it somewhere else, or y'all just firm on this spot? And now I'm just like, okay, this is a good location, but not for me. Let me sell it to somebody else.
Yeah.
See who else.
So you were selling you started selling your own locations to other people.
Yeah, at the time. Well, see, that's funny. I told myself I would never sell them, but it got to a point where my hotel, I only had 2 machines at the time. They was like, "Hey, can you add some more up in here?" And then I was just like, "Hey, man, I could get a food machine up in here. You know, because it's a hotel. You know, they're just like, hey, bro, I could get." And they was just like, a food machine. What does it look like? They never seen or heard of a food machine. And I was like, perfect. I got them right there. And it was supposed to be a coffee machine too. I was supposed to get a coffee machine and a frozen food machine up in there. I got the okay and everything. I went to go look at the machine. It wasn't ready yet. The warehouse, like man, it'll take like a month to get this part. Damn, they want this machine in here yesterday, bro. Like, but the coffee machine was ready, and he was just like, okay, we could put the coffee machine in there. And then he was just like, it has to connect to a plumbing unit. I was like, what you talking about? You don't just plug it in the wall and I just pour water in it and shit like that? He was like, no, it connects to the plumbing, like their plumbing. And I was just, water line. And I was just like, dang. So I had to ask them, and they were just like, they had an ice machine in the way. The ice machine was connected to the water line. And then they were just like, they would have to remove the ice machine for the coffee maker. Yeah, so that was
your first location. So you ended up selling it? Or?
I know. Well, when I told them, because I bought the coffee machine, but I told them that they said I can't do nothing with it.
Oh, so you had already bought the machine?
Because they told me because the location said and then so I told the dude like, let me get this coffee machine, because he gave me a deal if I bought the coffee machine and the frozen machine together.
Oh, okay.
So it would have been like $1,500 each. Like, he was selling them for like $25 each, but I got them together for $3. So that's why I was just like, okay, let me get both of them. And then when I told him, I was just like, dang, bro, you got an extra. I gave you $3 for both of them, but I was like, I ain't gonna need it. But then he ended up having another frozen machine. And I was like, let me get that one too. And I'm gonna just put it in, because I had a call center. And I was like, okay, let me just add that one over. Because I already gave him the money. I was like, bro, I don't want it back. I'm just like, because it was a deal. And I was like, fuck. And so I was like, you know what? Give me this other machine and I'll put it over here. And I have 2 frozen machines at the time. One in the call center, one in the hotel. And then they was like, we need another drink machine. And then they said they're going to kick the other company out and they want me to buy machines. So they want like 7 machines in one building. And I was just like, I could do that, but they want a specific type of machine, like those glass front ones, like in the mall.
Oh, yeah.
And I was just like, bro, them things is expensive, but I could get it. But you got to give me some time.
Yeah.
I can't just. But then that's why I was like, dang, I got to sell some locations to get these machines. And I was just like, I don't want to do that. But I was just like.
So you're going to sell some of your other locations to finance what one customer wanted at their location?
Right. Well, it was a couple machines. I was going to try to finance a couple machines at once. And I was just thinking, I was like, this location is making this, but this hotel is already making this with just these 2 machines. If I add more machines in one place,
you're going to make up the difference of the other location.
Exactly. That's why I was like, if I sell this and I lose this $300-$400 a month, but now I'm making an extra $5 to $6, I was like, it'll add up. And then I'm all in one spot, instead of having to drive all the way over there.
So you saving on gas.
And gas, exactly. Just being all in one spot.
So you had it thought out. Like,
I had to.
This makes sense.
Because I was like, bro, I don't have no other money to buy no more machines, but I have opportunity. And I'm not about to sell this good opportunity to somebody else. I was like, this is mine. Like, I was like, I'm not about to go apply for a loan. I'm not about to go do all this craziness. I was like, the only thing I got is to sell my slowest ones. Like, even though I had it for like a year, some change, and I know it's going to be a long term. I remember LQ was like, for $200, I was like, yeah, bro, that's a good little $200 to me. But then that's why I was like, I could package a couple of them together. Yeah. This one's making $200, this one's making $300. Like, okay, 5 times 12. I was like, okay.
So during this time, this is after you've already, it's just your peak. So it's after you'd have met us.
Right. And then I didn't even get the LLC yet. I'm still going with the DBA at the point. Like,
yeah.
And that's why I was just like, okay, let me sell these just to buy more. It's like,
so how did you end up resolving that situation?
Yeah, I ended up selling those locations. I sold it together. I put it on Facebook Marketplace. He gave me, I was asking for like $8,500, and the dude was like, I'll give you $8,000. I was like, dang, if I would have said 10, I wonder how much you would have talked about now. That's what I was thinking.
So this is the first time your equipment sales. So you bought them for
first
$3.
time I ever sold anything like
like
on that nature. Like so I was like, yeah, I bought because it's like it was the drink machine that was the $100 machine I got. So like $50 really for the drink machine, and then the other ones I would say altogether like $3,000. I would say altogether like $3,000. One was like 15.
So you made 5,000 profit on your first sale of a location.
Exactly, and I was just like, bro.
Wait a minute.
But it's like after I already made money from the machines too.
So
like,
you made money the whole time that you had them in there.
Exactly.
Which at that point had been
like
2 years.
2 years. About 2 years. Yeah, it was.
So you made money for 2 years and you sold the machine.
And then I was and
made $5,000.
And I was just like, what the hell? Like that blew my mind. Like
yeah.
But then that's why I was like, okay, now I'm really about to cold call. And I went on a cold call like
crazy. I remember that. Yeah.
I got those 2 machines and I was like, I still got some left over. I was like, all right, now I could find some newer ones.
New location.
Now I'm going further out, Plano. Now I'm driving further. And I was like, all right, bro. But then now I'm like, okay, now I built a whole little route in Plano. Like I'm just like, okay, like
and for people who are not familiar with DFW, Plano is from where you live. What part of town were you living in?
I was in Euless, and Plano was like 40 minutes.
So you driving 40 minutes,
right? But luckily my job was 30 minutes from my house, but Plano was like 10 minutes from my job.
Okay.
Yeah, my job
being
a good place,
still 45 minutes from your house.
Right, and that's the only reason why I would handle machines when I'm after I get off of work. I'm like, bro, I'm right here. I can just go knock them all out instead of starting from home.
Driving way out there,
you know. That's how I just like. That's how I built up that little my schedule, my little system. I was like, okay, gotta be gas efficient, gotta be time efficient. I know if I go in the morning, nobody's gonna talk to me to waste my time. If I go during the day, people love to talk. Like people just love to talk. Especially it's a senior home, it's older people. They talk all day. Okay, can I get a candy bar? You know, all kinds of different things. Like it's funny, but yeah, I would say. I had a really good little system. I was like, this is actually pretty cool. I really saw myself doing that for a longer time than what I did it for. But all right, it's time to jump. Time to do something. Make some other plays. That's why I was like, that was the end of. And yeah, then I got those. I had those locations for like a year, buying more card readers, and I'm really seeing how coming in.
Yeah,
because those card readers pay you every week. Like I'm just. Just card readers alone is making more than my job pay me every week. But my job pay me after taxes, things like taxes. So I was like,
you still got expenses to pay out of the gross you making with the with the machines.
But it's just cool to see holding the cash.
How organized are you writing in as far as on the financial side? Not at all. You just winging it.
I was getting there. I was slowly but surely getting there. But yeah, I was still winging it. But LQ was telling me something about a ledger for the longest. I was like, bro, I don't know what a ledger is. Like, and then we would look it up together. I would leave, still not get the ledger. And was like, all right, bro, I finally got the ledger. Started writing everything down.
So you started taking inventory then, right?
Yeah, I started doing inventory.
So this whole time you running this whole thing and you're not doing inventory, you're making a lot of money, but you're not really sure how.
I'm not sure how much it was bringing in and nothing. I just know I had an automatic deduction to a stock account, and then I was just like, all right, bro, you at least gonna be doing something like.
And actually, let's segue there for just a second, because another thing that you and Z, that y'all always been trying to get, is the stocks.
Yeah,
y'all are real big in the stocks.
Yeah, and that's funny.
Like super big into stocks and all that stuff. So
that's funny. I think I introduced him. Well, it's like I will always be talking about. That was the first thing I did before I did business. I was playing with stocks. Like when I stopped going to college and I started just working a full-time job, I learned about stocks.
Is this something you learned while you were in school from the professor that didn't have a business?
Not at all.
Oh, okay. I'm just checking.
I didn't learn anything. The only thing about I didn't learn any of that. I learned all that just on my own. So it was stocks first before the MLM company. And I was just like, okay. Like I actually made money on stocks. And I was like, oh, I was like, damn, if I would have put in 100, I would have made this. Like it started getting addictive at that point.
Yeah.
Like when I flipped 20 to 40, it's just like, damn, if I would have put more into it.
Yeah.
Now I'm just like, okay, let me work some more overtime. Let me get a second job. Let me drive. That's when I started driving around. I was like, okay, let me drive for Uber Eats and shit. Like, I want to flip more. I was like, I'm not doing anything but just reading. Like I'm reading charts and just reading what the company doing. I'm reading about businesses. You know, and that's what really made me interested. Cause I was like, okay, this is a business. Oh, I use this business every day. Oh, you could buy a stock for the business, the stuff that you're using.
That you're using already.
And that's why I was like, bro, it makes sense. Like, if I smoke cigarettes, I'm gonna buy a cigarette stock. Like,
yeah,
you know, because I'm seeing how the cigarette stock from when I was in high school, now it's just like, dang, bro, they ain't really tell us not one stock when I was in high school, and this
none of that
grew. You know, and that's what, and it kind of just changed. That really changed my way of thinking when I learned about stocks. And I learned from stocks from a white dude. Like, it was my last day working at a job. I was working a restaurant job, and he was just like, "Man, why are you working so much?" I was like, "Shit, bro, I just want money." And he was in high school. He was younger than me, and he was just like, you don't, like, you ever heard of stocks and stuff, investing? I was like, nah. He was like Charles Schwab. I was like, that shit don't make no sense.
yeah.
And then he was telling me how his family, they literally go to seminars about stocks and stuff weekly. Like, they go every weekend and they go sit as a family, go to an event.
Spreading that knowledge between their family. Yeah.
And he showed me his Charles Schwab account. He said $1,000. I was like, bro, you're younger. Yeah. But it made sense because he has a BMW, a convertible BMW.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy. And it just made me think. And I was like, bro, I'm going to listen to you. Like, you white, but ain't no like, that's always been my thing. I just been like, why are you helping me, bro? Like, why would you want to help me? Like, why are you giving me this game? And that's why I was like, you know what? I'm gonna listen to it, and I'm gonna go teach my brother when I get home about this. Like, but that's when I was like, dang, why are you not interested in this? You know, that's when I was like, okay, can't save everybody. It's like, I learned that early. It's like, all right, the stock stuff is interesting to me. Like, I learned about crypto when that shit was under like $100. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, and I would tell my family in the group chat, bro, we need to buy this. Like, let's put some money together to buy this. And
they just weren't.
You know, it's just like, dang. But now looking at it now, it's like, dang, bro, you was right. Like, and that's why I was like, okay, I'm gonna start thinking. I'm start thinking for myself. Like, stop trying to save everybody. If they interested, cool. But
the people who come gonna come.
And that's when my cousin Zach, he was the man. He was the only one that was just like, stocks. You know, you into that? Like, and I just started talking about, like, cuz I made money on this. Like, look at this. Like, and then
y'all started group chats and everything.
Everybody got into Discords.
Like,
all kind. And then he started getting interested. He started watching EYL before they started blowing up
early on. Yeah,
and that's when I would go over his house. He got it on. Like, look at you, yo. Hey, I see you. He watching it. He got his own channels. A dude named Meet Kevin or something like that. He was putting me on the stuff. I was like, okay, see, he's the only one that listens to me. And it's like,
Z super business minded.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, and now it's just like, now look at it. He got 3 locations now, and they making some. He doing pretty good. Like, I be kind of hating a little. And I wouldn't say I wouldn't say hating. I just be like, dang, I found him that location. Could have been mine.
I don't like that.
But then I
drop bomb on food.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like, after he had his kids, it made me think like, dang, bro, I put money in my little cousins. You know, that's going towards my little cousin.
Yeah.
And I started feeling different when his kids started getting older. I was like, damn, bro, okay, I feel good about this now. Like, I want to find him another one. Like, you know, like you get another kid, we got to get them one. You know,
and then y'all start filming it. That's a big part, your social media part.
Right.
Y'all start filming.
That's another thing we actually, we always talked about trying to get back on track on. It's just, I got to get out of my bubble, but it's hard for me. I'm so introverted, but it's like I'm extroverted when I need to be, but I don't be like people business.
Yeah.
But I know it gotta be uncomfortable. That's why I keep trying to tell myself, like, bro, just be uncomfortable.
Be a little.
Yeah. Be all right. Let people get a little. They ain't even gotta know the real. Like, you can lie about some stuff. Like, you ain't gotta tell them everything.
Yeah.
That's what I'm learning. But yeah, I hope we can get the video thing back down pat. Because I don't know how much longer I'm going to keep doing vending machines, but I'm trying to do it as long as possible, though. But I want to get as much content out as we can. Because at my peak, it was a perfect time. I think we got a couple good little snips at that time.
Yeah.
Nah, that was, I was.
So would you say that having your vending company and doing it the way you did it benefit you? Like, what have you gained from it by having it?
I would say I gained a lot of patience. I would say a lot of patience. I learned how to deal with anger when things were. It's like you got to deal with business problems and then life problems. And then I have to learn how to do things I don't want to do. Pushing myself to just do it. So I would say I grew up a lot, matured a lot. It really did help me mature a lot, especially with money too. It's like I always loved money, but just like I always loved the making the money part, but I never really managed it well. It's like
You had to deal with LQ.
until it's like really like I had to look at looking at bank statements is just like okay, like having a business, maybe look at my bank statements. Like okay.
Hey everybody, I am Angela Robinson, entrepreneur, and I have to tell you guys, I've had the most amazing experience since I started working with LQ Financial. I'll give you the most recent testimony. I recently bought a home, and I hired them right around the time that I was purchasing the home, and they helped me to get my finances in order within a month's time in order to close on this purchase before the end of 2021. So I strongly encourage you, whether you're a small business owner or you're a large business owner, they have many, many levels to the work that they do, and they will definitely whip you into shape. So don't delay, get with LQ Financial today.
Talk about how having somebody to help you with the financial part, like on the back end, kind of help you grow the company and manage it all.
Yeah, it made me, because I don't know, you guys always made it seem like, you're a big company just doing it on a smaller scale. So when I would look at bigger companies, like they always have their financial sheets ready, or, they have their quarterly things going on. Mm-hmm. Like, okay, you really have to move. Like you say you're a big company, you got to really move like that. Mm-hmm. Get all the same benefits those same big companies getting, you get the same ones.
Small company, just looking at it from a big scale.
Yeah, and that's what I had to put in my head. I was like, bro, okay, say you want to do these things, you have to take what comes with it. Like, and I do not want to mess with the IRS. I was like, I did learn they are the biggest gang in the world.
Yeah. Yes.
I was like, yeah.
And they will come for you.
Exactly. And that's like, yeah, I don't want to mess with them. Other than that, yeah, teaching about just anything money, credit, it's just really buying more stocks. That's what really the fun part about it. Like, you would think it's free money, but it's not you working for it. It's from your business. But it's just like, I didn't have this at first, like a couple of years. It's just like, it makes a big difference. Seeing the most money I ever made in my life, it's like, okay, no ceiling on this. It's not a job. There's literally no ceiling. I have as many machines as I want. Ain't nothing stop me.
So you talked about transitioning out of vending machines. What's kind of like your long-term play on it? Because you've been doing it at this point 4 years?
Yeah, 4 years next month.
4 years next month?
I want to say...
And you're young also. You're 26.
26.
26.
27 in January.
Yeah, 26. Yeah. And Z is what, 30? Maybe 30, 31. 30, he may be about to turn 30. So all of y'all are young. So y'all are doing, that's what's always amazed me is that all of y'all are young. And y'all are doing this. Hey, like I couldn't imagine like when I was young, I had no guidance either, but what y'all are doing at such a young age, like these kids are just gonna be set up to do whatever they want to in life. And it's all because of what he's done since he was your age, since y'all were young.
I remember, I think he said he started working at like 15, like working the jobs. Yeah. I think that's what really, like you in high school and you surrounded by motherfuckers that's 30 years old. It's like, bro, why are we making the same amount?
Yeah.
But then they tell me like, oh, I went to jail, or I had kids, or I did this, I did that. I was like, damn, bro.
I had to miss that.
Your decisions in life are really, what is it? Pave the way your life is going to be. Like, what kind of decisions are you making?
Yeah.
Are you thinking about before you make
it? Yeah.
They would tell me like I wasn't thinking just in the heat of the moment. Like, I literally have to watch the dude that every hour go blow into a thing at the job because he was drinking that much. And and that's why I was just like, yeah, bro, I don't think I ever. He like 30 years old at the time.
Right.
And I'm 16, 15. That's why I'm just like, seeing things like that, you remember it forever. And it's like, okay, that's something I do not want.
Yeah.
It steered you the other way.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just like, okay, what are these other people doing that I want to live like? Like, what are they doing every day? Like, they do when they first wake up in the morning. Like, what do they do before they go to bed? Like, that type of thing. I really want to not imitate, but just see what makes them do what they do, how they do it, type thing. It's always just like watching people. Yeah.
So you mentioned about that you had a long-term goal, like buying a home and stuff like that. So originally when you said your thought process of long-term, what was your thought process of buying your first home, buying your first real estate property?
I was thinking, so I always wanted to. Yeah, I always wanted to. I remember I got approved for like 80 grand like a couple years back. I was like, damn, I probably should have took it. But then that's when they told me like, okay, you need 2 years of working history, credit score. It's not just a credit score; it's what's on it, And I was like, oh, that's something. So from that point, I was like, okay, I'm gonna spend this whole year to go hard on business, but at the same time, I'm gonna build up credit. Make sure I'm staying at my
Because now you're thinking about getting out of vending. So you're saying, okay, how can I flip this into my next thing?
Well, no, not at that time. I'm just thinking about the home. I'm thinking about.
Oh, you think about the home?
Yeah. I was like,
so more of an investment home or a home for yourself?
I want to say a little both.
A little of both.
But right now, be for me, and then long term.
So at the time, that's what you're thinking.
Right. At the time, I'm thinking. Well, see, I had my roommate at the time, so I'm thinking, okay, me and my roommate, we had 5 apartments. We spent like 90 grand all together. I was like, okay, let me go put my, put some work in, go get a house. Let's treat these houses like an apartment.
Yeah.
I was like, let's do everything the same way we was doing. We in these little ass apartments. Let's go get in a little ass house and do the same thing.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking like, okay, we could stay in my house for 2 years. We build up. Tell him do the same thing I was doing. Like, bro, get your credit fixed. Stay at a job for 2 years, and then we're gonna go. I'm gonna go through. I'm gonna be the test dummy. Like, we're gonna go through everything so that the next time we know exactly what to do differently. And then that's why I was telling him. I was like, okay, let's stay in mine 2 years, stay in yours for 2 years. Keep going back and forth.
So were you also kind of helping guide your roommate, also your best friend?
Right.
Kind of help him?
Kinda, because he doing his own thing, like going to school and stuff, and I'm still handling machines and going to work. So we hardly see each other and talk, but when we do, we always try to collaborate. I let him know, like, hey, doing this, hey, bro, this is my last. Like, I would tell him, like, bro, this is my last apartment. I do not want to get another apartment. And I would tell him, like, bro, I'm getting my credit fixed. Credit score is this. Like, we would tell each other our credit scores. He would tell me, like, finish the semester. You got 1 more left, 2 more left, things like that.
Y'all were having good communication there.
Right. When we could, it's like we always high and by. And now I'm working overnight. He worked during the day. So it's just like we really hardly ever really see each other.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so that's why I'm thinking, the goal plan gonna be like, okay, I could get a house, we can knock it out 2 years, get another one, I could rent it out.
Yeah.
It was a nice little game plan, but it didn't go that way. But it's still going pretty cool. It's still like, okay, I've never lived by myself. Like, just
so your roommate's gone?
Yeah. He ended up getting his own spot too.
Oh, so y'all end up getting y'all places at the same time?
Right. Yeah, because the lease was ending. So he was just like, okay, you know what? I'm going to go get my own spot. You go get yours. Like, all right, that's cool. I respect it. But that's why I was just like, now it's like, it's my first time I ever stayed by myself. Like, I always, like in college, I had a roommate. I was with my brother, and I was with my best friend for like 5 years. And so I was like, this is my first time by myself. So I was like, I'm going to enjoy it for right now. But later on.
But if your first time in your own house, that's a win.
That's what I
too, your first time staying by yourself is in your own house, something you own.
And that's why I always say I was never in my own apartment paying a crazy price just to be in there for a little couple hours, go to work. Like now it's like, okay, that's why exactly. And I feel like this helped me get out of I feel like I got out of a survival mode, and I'm just like, okay, I could really start enjoying life. Like I could sit outside, smoke a blunt, chill if I want to, and not do nothing the entire day. Like, in my drawers or some shit. It's like, like that's why I was like, okay, I'm gonna enjoy this
your
for right
own
now,
backyard, your own home, your own everything. Yeah,
that's what I'm gonna give myself a good little to the end of the year. Probably next year, I'll probably try to look for a roommate or something. But I was like, I'm gonna enjoy it for right now, because the long term goal, my goal was to have a roommate and help pay it down, and build up the equity, fix up things around there, make it look real nice to where the next people that come in live there. They cool. It's a half a duplex, so I'm hoping about the other half. I already talked to the neighbors who cool with each other. She already know. I said, hey, when y'all ready, don't even have to go to the realtor. Just knock on the door.
Yeah.
But and they was like, hey, honestly, if we could sell it right now, I would. I was like, give me some time though.
Yeah, hanging it. Yeah.
But no, I think it's actually pretty cool being on my own. It's just like my back feel like it's against the wall, but I feel like that's how I know I could do things.
Because you're uncomfortable.
And I've done it so many times to where I'm uncomfortable, my back against the wall. I be feeling like I don't know how the hell I'm gonna make it through, but it's just like it always happens.
Yeah.
No matter what, I always figure out a way to make something happen.
Yeah.
Like that's why I was like, okay, this is a journey so far, but it's been cool so far. It's been like April, so couple months. So like it's been cool. That's all like business.
And you were
stuff,
able to
so.
use your company income,
Right, yeah, I was able to use my business income.
which that was a process. Talk about that because when you're doing the housing part, you got to have certain paperwork in order and all that good stuff.
Right.
They not just gonna take, hey, I make $10,000 a month off vending machine.
Right.
They want more than that. So talk about how that process of you using your company income in addition to your job income.
Right. Yeah. So they was telling me, well, y'all was telling me, yeah, y'all was telling me how, well, because they told me the 2 years for a job, but I didn't know anything about the business until y'all told me. It's like, oh yeah, same thing, 2 years for your business. You know, I was like, okay, so 2 years is just all around
Standard.
the board, you know. And so that's why I was like, we did 1 year, and that's when I was just like, okay, I'm not gonna apply for a home. I'm gonna just focus on business that first year. Then that second year came around, LQ called me. She was like, you should do the house this year before I do everything, you know, push everything through. Like, you know what? Go ahead and do it, whatever. And then, I don't know the paperwork part. I really try to learn the tax thing, but that thing is a headache. But I know some of the things. You know, some of the things make sense. You know, the 30%, put 30% away for tax, whatever you make, and things like that. But yeah, they were saying I did have to pay too, so I had to pay quarterly. I guess pay profit on the taxes pay taxes on the profit you make.
Yeah,
and I had to broke it down quarterly, so it's like I knew
check
every
my-
quarterly I had to pay like 1,000 something. And I was just like, shit, I don't know how the hell I'm pay 1,000, but it's like you got 3 months, like you could finesse some shit, but 3 months go by so fast, and then that date came. I was like, fuck, bro, I ain't got the 1,000 to pay, but I did. I just had to figure out a way to get it.
Yeah.
And so I was able to work. I was working overtime though. I was like, bro, I could work some. I'm like, I was pulling 70-hour weeks, just working. I was able to pay it, and then the next month came. The next 3 months came. I was like, bro, how the hell do you not have it? Like, you had 3 months to prepare for this. Like,
yeah.
But still found a way to do it. Third time came, same shit. I'm just like, bro. And then the fourth time, I actually was prepared. I was like, this is the last one. Knock it out. After I pay this, good to go. It's the green light.
And you had to pay and make sure your taxes were set up properly on your
Exactly.
company so that you could use that income to purchase your house.
leverage.
Right, to leverage. Exactly. So it's like job income versus business income together. You're looking pretty nice. It's like,
And guys, the part that he's not telling is LQ Financial Group is his financial to take all the care of all of his stuff and help him get to where he needed to be. So it took teamwork.
Yeah, it took, I would say it really did take a teamwork. Now that is very, very true. Yeah.
So his financial team and keeping him lined out and in order was a task, but hey, we did it, right?
Nah, for real. We did do it. I'm young, so it's very hard hit. It's hard working with younger people. I know.
Wait, you admit?
Yeah.
I thought I was just thinking that.
I see it when I like my little sister, little cousin. I'm like, damn, bro, y'all hard headed. I guess it.
Then it kind of reflects. This is what LQ thinks about when she's talking to me.
Every time, cause when there be a time for us to come in for a meeting, I'm like, damn, I didn't do this. I didn't do this. I have to go in here and try to come up with an excuse like, dang, I was just about to do that. And the Wi-Fi went out. Or something,
Yes.
That's why I was like.
And would give me all kinds of crazy excuses. I'd be like, Katie, really? You want me to believe that?
That's something I had to learn on myself. Like, okay, procrastination gonna be the end of you.
Yes.
Like, you really gotta just. Sometimes it's cool. Well, I don't want to say sometimes
It's never cool.
It's not. It ain't
Procrastinating.
Ever cool to procrastinate.
You can't even.
Sometimes you can't help it. But that's why I be trying to things outside of business. I be trying to find hobbies. Like, okay, what's a hobby I could do to keep me disciplined? That's how I found the gym. I found hooping. It's just like, okay, if you consistently do these things, be disciplined, do them when you don't want to do it. You want to just go home, like, no, just go spend 30, 45 minutes at the gym and then go home.
What's your outlook from here? What are you looking to do with your vending machine? You looking to sell it, get out of it, exit it, or?
No, I want to stay in it just as long as they'll let me stay in there. When they finally kick me out is when I'll be like, all right, I'm done. But until then, I'm going to keep it going just as long as I can. I'm going to keep doing the same amount of service. I'm not going to slack on it. If anything, I'm trying to keep better on it. But I do want to start venturing off into different things, seeing what else is. I like active income. So I like like the things where if I'm not moving, I don't make no money. I like things like that. So I'm trying to find something inside of that I could find, I could do. Also, I want to rent out cars. I want to rent out Sprinter vans too. Like I want to get one.
Yeah, because you did Toro for a little while, right?
Right, exactly. And that's what I want to get back on and do.
Rent out cars on Toro.
Right. I want to rent out cars. I want to rent bounce houses. Oh, sports equipment. That's what I want to do. I want to be a sport equipment rental for like kids, like practice and stuff, like practice equipment. Like I remember we had like a basketball thing, shoot the ball back out to you. So I wanted to buy one of those and rent it out to different teams. You know? Like, hey, y'all could do a little shooting drill with this, charged by the hour or whatever, day, week, or whatever. That's one thing I do want to get, like baseball, soccer, all kind of good equipment that they can't buy. I can, and I can just rent it out to them for a small fee. Just because I like sports, kids gonna always be in sports, and that's why I was like having some cool equipment that can help you get better. That
what you gonna tell people? Yeah, man, we do everything for the Yankees and the Mets. Let them know we a big cup.
College kids can use it too, because
then we're gonna have to have a whole nother situation where I'm gonna have to help get you out this lawsuit.
Right. He told us he been doing it since the 80s. He worked for the Yankees.
You know it.
We done got hit in the head.
Like, yeah, man, they signed this.
Like, nah, this your release right here. We
Rangers
good, buddy.
too.
Right. I'm saying, yeah, Chris Middleton, he uses the same machine.
Well, you got your endorsement.
I'm finessing. Well, I'll finesse in a good way. I try not to finesse it legally.
Right. You definitely got to be legal.
Man, you got to get it. Once you get in the door, it's all on you as far as how you working.
Right.
And your work ethic and your quality of customer service and work gonna tell the deal. And that's what it's all about. You have to get in the door however you're gonna get in the door. Once you in there, it's all on you.
Exactly.
It's all on you.
Like, ain't nobody really give me nothing, but I ain't gonna try to take everything, but I'll take opportunity.
Yeah.
Like, take opportunity. I ain't gonna take nothing. Take any opportunity I see, I'm gonna take advantage. Like, I was at a point where I was hungry, but now I'm still hungry, but it's just like, cool now. Cool.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I can take my time with it. I really assess things out, look at the money part. It's just like, okay, does this make sense? Like, year, how much it's gonna bring me a month? Like, those type of questions I'm asking now. Like, being a little bit smarter instead of just going to do it. Because I was literally every location that told me yes, I'm taking it. Then I was like, I can't take everyone. I have to say no to some.
Right.
That's what I do.
Right.
Yeah. So how do people get in contact with you if they're interested in starting their own vending machine routes, buying locations, buying equipment? I know you offer those services to people. How do they get in contact with you?
Yes, I actually do consultations. Do 30 minutes, $50 an hour for 100. They could get on.
Not high enough. I'm gonna have to cut that part out.
Okay.
Cut that part. We'll cut that part out. We got to talk about that once we got. I'm gonna beep what he just said. That's a little too low. We gonna switch.
Okay. But yeah, other than that, I'll say Instagram mainly. Vending Essentials LLC.
Okay, so and you also have a website set up also, right?
Oh yeah, vendingessentials.net. I really do have. I forget I have a whole website. But now I actually started pitching it in my cold calls now too. So I'd be like, if you want to reach us, you can check out the website too. To make it sound more legit.
Well, there you have it, guys. This is LQ Financial Group on the group chat.
Another episode down. We did